Enivia. Hold up, Commander. The thing is, remember how the Crusader went missing a while back and then he was found outside the city walls, disemboweled? Enivia pauses and gives you a searching look. What exactly are you talking about? Ah, no, we found it. I remember. So, has the murderer been found? No, not yet. Enivia seems to scrutinize your face again and then nods to herself. She knows something. But I never gave up on the investigation, even when everybody else stopped digging. I know we had a war and that people are dying left and right, but that's no reason to turn a blind eye to crime. So that's it, Commander. Another Crusader's just gone missing. He left the barracks to come here. He would have gone past the gates. My gut tells me that the killer won't keep him alive for long. So, Commander, you need to start searching this area right now and try to find out where he's been taken. Tell me about the missing Crusader. He's the youngest son of poor nobleman from Mendev. He's called something like Relic or Relac. He's young, barely out of the nursery, and he decided that he was a man now, and so off to war he went. You know how it goes. Do you know who the murderer is? I don't have a clue. Skeptical. Yeah. Enivia's answer comes too quickly, the gaze dropping before she can force herself to meet your eyes. What exactly are you not telling me? I'm telling you the truth, and nothing but the truth. I have my own theories, sure, but nothing concrete. So it's best if I keep my mouth shut on that front. Alright, I'll search for the Crusader. Get going then. You passed the gates and took a right. Ask around, check out the buildings. I'll be waiting for you here. Passed the gate and took a right. I mean, just looking, he passed the gates, I guess. Gates, so he's somewhere here, took a right. And abandoned building sounds quite intriguing. So, maybe that. Or maybe not. Let's have a look. Ah, no, I think it's just abandoned. Ah, but we can still loot stuff here. Let's have a look around anyway. I think I kind of fought against a mimic here. Can that be?
Go.
Oh, there's definitely a corpse. I think it was right. You can hear muffled sighs coming from the next room. Why are we alone? Camellia. I knew you would be evil.
How lovely to see you here.
Mm-hmm. The one always licking her lips. The one with the amulet that conceals her alignment. Ring steps behind her. Camellia whips around. Freezes. She glances at the bloody dagger in her hand, and then at the body at her feet. She talks evenly. Her lips quiver for a fraction of a second, before settling into an impeachably polite smile. You will answer for your crimes. How could you do that?
You're going to attack me just like that? Without even giving me a chance to explain myself? What if I told you that my efforts are all aimed at achieving victory over the Worldwound?
I don't think I would believe you. Camellia's eyebrows lift in surprise. How are you planning to explain this?
Sarkorian is an ancient land. The spirits of these places have spoken to people since time immemorial, and some of those people heard them and were able to respond. The shamans of Sarkorian were always held in high esteem. They knew the will of the spirits, the will of the land itself. Many Khelids would come to the shamans to learn what the spirits desired in order to gain their support.
Camellia pauses, lost in memories that cannot be her own. But the thing is, I don't see much she could say that Logan would tolerate that. Of course, it means also the severed heads in our inventory. Everything was Camellia.
When the Worldwound opened and the demons poured into Golarion, they drowned Sarkorian in blood. The earth moaned as it soaked up the blood of Khelids, Crusaders, and demons. The spirits drank this blood, slowly becoming deranged and turning into incarnations of madness and pain.
She says that with way too much affection.
Look what Sarkorian has turned into. It's an open wound on the body of Golarion. The Worldwound has changed it beyond all recognition. And the spirits, these poor creatures have been corrupted. Twisted by war, they moan and they howl, but only shamans can hear their senseless cries of agony.
I mean, I believe her that the spirits are probably corrupted, especially with just the influence of the Abyss and it being so close nearby.
I am a shaman. Maria, the spirit I am bonded with, is mad and can speak of nothing but her endless hunger for blood. I give her what she asks for. I feed her the blood of Crusaders.
Great. Camellia seems suddenly to falter. Her breathing rose heavy and her pupils dilate.
The spirits of Sarkorian can no longer speak to shamans. All I can hear is the cacophony of their howls, screams, and laments. But there is a way to restore their sanity. By performing rituals. Bloody but effective rituals. When the untainted blood of the Crusaders cleanses the corruption that Maria fed on for centuries, the spirit will regain her sanity and I shall be able to speak to her. I shall be able to ask her advice, to find out how we can heal the Worldwound. Tell me, isn't this knowledge worth a handful of lives?
No, definitely not. It's definitely not worth killing innocents. And I mean, especially, yeah, perception check passed. We can talk that it's not her first or second victim, there are many. So it doesn't seem to work so far. Yeah, I guess if you remember, we found her with a corpse just in the beginning of the game. I think there was also someone she just killed. This isn't your first or even your second victim, is it? How many have you killed?
Too few.
Wow.
Maria's hunger is still so great. Her pain cannot be soothed by a single victim. But success is within my grasp. I can feel it. It is even possible that today's victim will be the last.
How to become a serial killer? Camellia lifts her chin, but she hesitates before answering. She raises her eyes, and her voice gains a hard edge. Who is she, this Maria of yours?
Forgive me, I forgot to make the introductions. This is Maria.
It's in
Or
the
rather,
amulet.
this is her home. Or her prison, to call a spade a spade.
She's bound to the amulet. But I mean, it's also not like we can save Camellia. I mean, she's doing that from her own accord. I mean, to help the spirit, great. But I mean, killing innocents and sacrificing their blood to an evil spirit, it's not that different from demon worshipping. The girl removes an amulet in the shape of a bone snake from around her neck.
I caught this spirit a long time ago.
She
And I
bound
tried
it.
for so long to speak with it. My
Great.
little demented ball of rage. I felt compelled to bind it to this amulet. Just temporarily. Until I worked out how to help it.
You want to help it by killing innocents, but you also imprisoned it. Camellia sighs sadly. She seems like a total psychopath.
If I am to be fully honest, Her name, Maria, is of my own devising. She is not yet able to speak to me, but I still needed a name to call her by.
The girl gently puts the amulet back around her neck. So that could also mean that this whole method isn't working at all. How cruel, how terrible, how evil. Why do you even think your methods will work?
I do not think. I know.
Great.
I sense things many people cannot.
Great.
I can infer what the spirits want. For example, there is one spirit hanging over your left shoulder as we speak. It came to enjoy Maria's victim. Can you sense its hunger?
Camellia lost Arueshalae.
Spirits are akin to animals. You cannot bring a hungry dog to heal. You cannot stroke a hungry cat. To speak to a spirit, you must first feed it. It is not their fault that after so many years of torment, the only thing that can satisfy their hunger is blood.
But why would I do that? I mean, a devil also offers you something if you do something evil for them.
My ritual will work. I did not read about it in books or learn it from some wizened teacher. You could say that I invented it myself, with Maria's help.
Without talking to
I
her.
just know that it will work, sooner or later. I can feel it.
Great. You maniac. Your crimes will not go unpunished.
You wish to kill me? Do your worst, Commander.
There's no other option to stop her, so... Camellia's expression shifts in an instant. Her eyes narrow to slits, and her lips tremble from barely veiled excitement.
Save the last one for me.
It's one-on-one. I wonder... I think I never leveled her up. So I wonder if it's going to be quick or not. But I'm... Being a bard is not the best in a one-on-one fight. It's one of the worst classes. But my summons hopefully will do the trick. I can't inspect her, unfortunately, and even I was not here. Greater heroism. Come on, kill her.
Pain is excruciating.
Great. You can take the bone amulet. Well,
I can handle it.
it's still a cool idea for an evil character, but I think they could have made her a little bit more subtle. Because I think it was kind of obvious.
Can't make the demons wait.
And I wonder if Anivia's guess was right. If that was her guess. I mean, she's very smart, so I guess so. Now we have one companion less. Nivea stretches lazily and yawns, but her eyes are fixed on you. Well, Commander, have you solved the problem? First, tell me honestly, what exactly do you know about this crime? Crime? What crime? Nivea says with a smirk, before becoming deadly serious. Listen, Commander, I was just using my brain, following certain individuals, listening to what people were saying on the street. I had my suspicions, but what are suspicions worth? On their own, nothing. I didn't have any proof. I'm not Irabeth. I'm not gonna go digging for the truth. Because if I dug deep enough, the Knight Commander would be down a companion. She knew. Smack bang in the middle of a war. How would that help anything? I'm not gonna be the one to scupper this crusade, so I be keeping my mouth shut. Neva speaks slowly, staring into your eyes. I trust that you will handle this in whatever way's best for the crusade. If you want to tell Arabeth everything, go ahead. Your call. The problem has been solved. That's all I needed to know. Thanks, Commander. I wonder if you would die in that fight, if you would actually die, or if Anivia comes in and helps you. Anyway. Back to the task at hand. Or one of the many tasks at hand. Many tasks, many hands. And many open quests. Ooh, let's have a talk with the storyteller. Once we're there. I really like those butterflies which are following us. Very cute. So, storyteller. The blind elf whispers something under his breath. Hearing your steps, he turns to you slowly. Ah, greetings, Logan Aldori. Have you brought me a new story? I actually found a page that might interest you. Storyteller carefully takes your find. Yes, you're right. Another piece of evidence from the past I've forgotten. The old elf's expression becomes withdrawn. That's not enough for new ones. Please examine these items I'm carrying. Perhaps some of them could tell us a story. Storyteller nods politely. Let me touch them, and I'll tell you what I can see. Now, I think now it's just the general description. Let's just... Yeah, it will just open the quest, but we have to talk to them anyway, so... Just skip that, so we can read it in detail now. We begin by showing him a piece of Terendelev's claw. Tell me Terendelev's story to the end. Storyteller hangs his head, sickly and tired. How many times has the moon died and been reborn since I've been here? I've lost count. My friends brought me here. They said goodbye to me like always, but they looked at me like it was the last time they'd see me. Cowards, insidious spawn. They were glad I was going to die, but I show them Terendelev will live, a new Terendelev whose eyes are finally open. I hear the rustling of wings, and I emerge from the cave where I imprisoned myself. Who is it? A friend? An enemy? Sunbeams refract off his scales as he hovers before me, surrounded by a glowing halo, the gold dragon Halaseliax. Part of me wants to fly to him and make a circle of honor around him, as any good student should. But the part of me that has turned my scales black is ready to seize his gleaming throat. How dare he fly here, flaunting his purity and innocence. He wants to humiliate me, drag me through the mud. But I will show him. No, what am I thinking? My mentor has come all this way to save me, I know. He would never abandon me. Someone calls him to my aid. Moving heavily, I take flight to greet him, but my body, controlled by the foulness, straightens like an arrow. His vulnerable throat is so close. One strike, and I will destroy you, Halaseliax. Interesting. So that means she was corrupted. But I mean, the last time we saw her, before she died, she seemed very good. So very honest. Very compassionate. What happened next? Did Halaseliax survive? I don't know. But I know the place where Terendelev was believed to have sought refuge from a tarnished soul. I saw Sarkorian runes, a wide branching tree next to them. Perhaps there will be something there that will shed some light on the fate of mentor and student. Something that can tell us how Terendelev's strength of spirit helped her ultimately overcome the foulness within her. Can you say anything about Terendelev's future? Storyteller frowns. It's so strange that you should ask. We all know what happened to Terendelev, but sometimes it seems I hear her voice in the visions. Her voice, full of pain and despair, as if she is in darkness, which she cannot escape. I cannot solve the mystery of this vision, but it worries me. Ooh, Terendelev's lair has been revealed. Logan shows the storyteller Finian, the talking sentient weapon. Tell me what you see. Hello, Grandpa Elf. Storyteller carefully takes Finian from your hands. Ah, hello, Finian. He closes his eyes and takes a deep breath. His face contorts into a painful grimace. I'm coming to again. How long have I been here? They kept me in a cage for 3 days. I know this because 3 times the light under the door disappeared for a long time. Then they chained me to the table and the bladesmith. Everyone calls him bladesmith. He placed a device with a jar over me. It feels like I'm being fried. At first I tried to break free, but I got tired. Then I screamed, but now I've lost my voice, though the pain is burning right through me. The storyteller drops. His voice changes, becoming more frightened. I think I lost consciousness again, but when I woke up, the pain was gone, and I wasn't tied to the table anymore. I was standing near it, and someone else was lying on the table, a burnt corpse covered with black crust. The master took out a handsaw and was sawing off his head in a very focused way. I guess that's the point where he was transformed into the weapon. It's very horrible, even worse than torture. I should have run back then, but I couldn't for some reason. The burnt corpse had a symbol on his belt, just like I do, an eye and a star. My favorite belt, a good one. Why would a stranger get one? It must have been someone from my clan, some distant family member. And Finian seems to be very, very much in denial. But I mean, how to accept that? The storyteller stops. When he speaks again, you hear only a muffled whisper. Those crusaders. I was glad when I saw them. I thought they'd come to help, but how? How was it that I killed them all? Someone told me to, and I obeyed. I don't understand. I understand nothing now. I need to catch my breath. I need all this to stop, even just for a minute. I just have to understand what's happening to me. Just need to rest. The storyteller shakes his head slowly, coming to his senses. That is Finian's past. Quite the horrible past. But what awaits him in the future? The dead have no future, but... The storyteller smiles. I see an endless ocean on a good day, and a boat flying over the waves. I'm so excited. I don't know whose vision it is. Is this a soul existing here or now? Or a soul reborn? Thank you for your story. The storyteller gives you Finian back to you. Please, take care of this young lad. He's finally in the right hands. Do not worsen his suffering by involving him in dishonorable deeds. Come on, Grandpa Elf. I can take care of myself. I'm not a kid. I don't know what horrors you were talking about, but don't you worry about that, alright? Look after yourself. Let's get the storyteller the broken buckle and the materials. Restore the relic for me. The elf cautiously uncorks the vials and begins to work his enchantments. The essence evaporates, turning into light that streams onto the buckle. The light thickens, becoming gold. Covenant of the Inheritor. That is the name of this relic. This buckle once adorned the belt of a glorious knight from Mendev. It is the embodiment of a promise made to a young girl by a powerful deity. A great promise that has changed much in the world. When you touch the restored relic, a strange vision comes to you. It's as if you can see the events that happened to it in the past. Burning sensation spreads across your chest from every spot where your mysterious wound sometimes opens. What is this? The influence of the storyteller spells? Or is it something else? I had a vision. The old elf frowns. How strange. You are remarkable. You are a remarkable mortal. No one has ever shared my visions before. What exactly do you think caused that? Perhaps these things have something to do with your destiny, or the fate of someone related to you. I do not have an answer, only advice. Seek out such relics. Look for what links them all, and you will know the truth. So we give them the ring fragment and the necessary materials. That's not that interesting. Nothing story-like. Just the relic we created. So let's have a look at the two, just to see if we should use them. Covenant of the Inheritor. Just a bonus to cast spells, made to overcome spell resistance. Let's give that to Sosiel, because he uses spells like that the most. But he has the Wardmaster's Amulet. Nah.
Ugh, maybe later.
Why can't I use that? It's usable. Interesting. And the Ring of Summons is actually equipment. Ooh. Yeah, we can summon. Let's get that one to Aru.
We'll win this, one way or the other.
Alright, so I think now the big question is what to do. And I think maybe let's just go to Terendelev's lair. That might be very interesting. Find out more about her. Ooh, and here we have the Wardstone now. Interesting. And it looks all black and stony. Kind of different than before. It was shimmering and bright and vibrant. Can't interact with it. Yeah. Okay. Map is broken. Yeah. Where's the exit?
Let's see what we can do.
Yeah. Where's the exit? Ah. Down here? Here. Kinda looks like the things of the interface are breaking. Look at that here. Anyway, let's hope this will just go away. And it will just let us leave. Okay, for Terendelev we need no one, but we need Regill for looking at the Hell Knight post. Camp, whatever.